dated.
And you know,
Have you even dated a black girl for real?
I fucked 40 of them,
You
bro.
fucked
I
them,
fucked
but
40
you never
black
dated
girls.
them.
Well, I'm not dating
You
them.
never dated them.
I'm not going to date them. They're black.
Hey, you can't park here!
Excuse me?
Having been officially challenged by her natural enemy, the black female prepares for combat by taking off her many rings.
Not only the worst place in the world, it's the worst place in the annals of history to choose a wife. Attention to a woman is like crack cocaine. And so she's seeing these things on the internet, and she's got guys in her DM, and they're giving her a false idea of their value. Male attention is monopoly money. Because when you hit 35 and that attention starts to go away and you start looking for men, the kind of men you want, now you're competing with the younger, hotter, more fertile girl. There's a reason that the creator starts, you start to lose your eggs, in the mid-30s? I have daughters. My youngest daughter just graduated from college. She's 22. My advice to them, find the best man you can at your youngest age and settle down with him.
And if that man is 40 years old, you'd be okay with it?
40?
Yeah.
As long as he can provide for her and she loves her, he's going to treat her right, absolutely. As long as they're an adult. It's okay for an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old to have and have sex and put it all out on the internet. She's old enough to do that. She's old enough to be in a relationship. And what does God say, by the way? What does nature say? Nature says that women typically get their period like in their early teens, maybe 12, maybe 13 years old. In my opinion, that's nature and God saying he's preparing you to get ready for childbirth. It's always from tradition, and you go to other countries, the same thing. You find younger women with older men because the older man is more seasoned. The Western woman, the American woman, from a standpoint of marriage and family, this is the worst place.
Call law, Yabashimi Al-Shai, Barakokadash. Dabanas, our apostles who are elders, which are GMS, who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching enduring truth and sincerity. While Akim, you know. Yeah, I wanted to do this lesson on Eve. Eve has sip up the cup, you know. Eve drank of the cup, you know, because we're headed in a time where the end is manifesting, okay? And the manifestation means to reveal, and the revelation of these things, pretty much things that are said, oh, if you do this, this is going to happen. The manifestation is that it's happening, okay? We've been telling you about Esau and his direction. Really, we've been telling you Esau is the enemy. Really, we told you Esau is Edom, you know, a so-called white man's Esau, and he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? You know, our women didn't want to believe that, you know. Eve has always, you know, for the most part, been against their man, and that goes back to, you know, the serpent, Adam, Eve, and the serpent. You know, even though Eve is representative of the nation of Israel in that regard, Eve still was a woman in that regard. As the scriptures say, it wasn't the man. Matter of fact, since, you know, we're going over the subject, we're going to get that particular precept. Yeah, so when we go into the book of 1 Timothy, okay, chapter 2, verse 14, okay, we'll start at, we can start at just 11, you know, just to get the meat off the bone. The point is in 15. You know what? I'll just start at 13. No need to beat a dead horse. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, okay? Because it's always this constant battle of who should run the household. And there's no question to it. It's just the woman is given liberty to put up an argument about that, okay? That's like a fucking bird and a fish arguing about who swims the best, or who should be the swimming captain or whatever. It's a no-brainer. But since Esau passed a law to say, well, birds can be fish swimming captains too, women don't even want to live in their natural state. So they're living outside of their natural state. Esau also allowed unnatural so-called women to come in and take your spot. Okay? And our women overall they don't understand that this is all about population control. This is all about division. Okay? And once you go back to Adam and Eve, you're gonna realize how Eve was hoodwinked. How was Eve hoodwinked, ladies, if you're listening? Because things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. So Eve, ask yourself, before I answer the question for you, how was Eve hoodwinked? When I say Eve, I'm talking about the women of our nation, all right, of the Israelites. How was Eve deceived? She was deceived with benefits. She was deceived with tools and hey, you should eat of this fruit. You can get this and you can get that. You can get this. Don't Esau do the same thing? Don't Esau do the same thing? Right? And it all sounds logical. It all sounds like it can work. You got a mouth. You can say something. Right? You got a mouth. You can say something. Yeah, of course you do. That don't mean you, just because you can don't mean you should. Okay? Because things are out of order. Hey, you can smoke crack if you want. That don't mean you should. There's a lot of things you can do under your authority, and there's no problem with it if you look at only the positive. But a prudent person looks at the pros and the cons. Okay? And our women aren't prudent. Our women have grown to be selfish and self-willed because there is no benefit in the family nucleus of how Esau is pushing his agenda with the image of the beast. Okay, his image of the beast does not push a family nucleus at all. It's clearly the exact opposite. LGBTQ, women running, men being subservient under women, men being the not being considered the workforce, not being allowed to be the workforce. Oh, I want equal pay and this and that. When really you're getting paid equally, you're just not working as hard. And all that is just, it's out of order. Okay? And even within this precept, it tells you about order. Okay? And this is order in itself. This is what the Lord telling us in First Timothy, that there is order. Okay, woman? And the woman, I'm going to be straight up about it, man. The woman is incompetent, has grown very incompetent, because the thing that she's incompetent at, she abandoned it. Our women have abandoned the tool that made them competent, which is motherhood. Okay? They're leading in abortions. They're leading in Section 8, the child support. They're leading in these areas. We're talking about the Israelite woman. All right? And the thing is this, that's why I said these women are easy to be hoodwinked, because the same people that come on. The same people that told you you can do all this dumb, idiotic stuff, demonic, wicked stuff, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Wouldn't that make sense to say, hey, hold up, why you ain't doing it? Why? You take it first. You know? You get it free. You get free. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Esau, the devil, knows that women are central. As the scriptures say, recognize a woman is the weaker vessel. Women are the weaker vessel. But Esau told you you're strong because he wanted your ass to come from behind your covering, so he could beat you up. Because Esau is not, he's Satan. He don't play fair. Okay? So, continuing on, it says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. You see? So this in the image of the beast, our women ate that like a cupcake, man. And not only they know how to bake it, they're defending the bakery, which is Esau. They not only believe that women are equal and that they could do the same thing men could do, but they also push it. They teach their women that, and then they raise the men up to be women, or they raise the men like women, affection, rubbing on their bobos, dressing them like you and dressing them like the man you wish them to be, and all this other goofy shit. And then you wonder why these niggas turn into animals out here. Okay? And this is the result. And that's because Eve is deceived. She has no logical processing units in her brain. There cannot be. When somebody tells you to break up your home for a house, that's dumb. Why would you destroy your home for a physical house? You know why? Because women are sensual, carnal, subject, sold under sin. They need guidance. These hoes need guidance. And Esau knows that, right? So he became the power force. He became the husband. All right? Esau became the husband to our women via Section 8, police, the government. And our women took the bait, and he ain't doing nothing. He just wants you to turn on the men. But guess what? This is what's happening to the end of. You made a league and you try to walk equally with Esau, but he was never with you all along. And now that he think his job is done, he's casting your ass to the side like a paper plate. Okay? But let's finish this, and we're gonna get to the meat of the scripture that supports that. It says, verse 15 says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. You see that? But how many women are having abortions? How many women have had abortions and they can't have kids anymore because of that? Right? Esau knew that was a side effects to that. But what did he tell you? Your body, your choice. But it's killing your reproductive system. The natural creation of life, you're destroying. You know, so you would think a person to say, hold up, wait a minute. No, that's not even the case, because they're drunk off of the Hennessy of evil. And they like it, and they keep coming back for seconds and thirds. They only come back for seconds. Again, they selling it, they pushing it, you know, everywhere. Oh, I'm glad women could do this. I'm glad women. But why y'all ain't glad that y'all are having children? Why y'all ain't glad that y'all are married for 15, 20 years? Why aren't you happy about that? Why is that a miserable state? And not having a dude is the most attentive thing. But the natural order of things, you're not like all these red pill type shit. All these women that admit they're not happy unless they're married with kids, man. That's the natural order of things. Okay? But the woman took the cup because she's stupid. You know? Like somebody telling me, hey, you want to fly? You should fly, bro, instead of walking. That's not what I do. I'm not supposed to be up there. Now they got to sell you a mask. Now you got to get this. Now you got to get all these attachments. And that's how it works, man. You know, and the women fall for it every fucking time. Okay? So let's get this. And Abaratazai post-production, you'll see what I'm talking about. So you go into Zechariah chapter 10, verse 5. It says, and they shall, I had the wrong one. It's like it. Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it. Okay, who is the she? It's talking about the women of our nation, man. Okay, they have turned into an enemy. Okay, and if the shoe fits, wear it. You know who I'm talking about. All right, this ain't no gender battle. This is a battle of of order. It's nowhere near a gender battle. Nobody you're not gonna win that. Okay, in all reality. So it's not a battle of you sit down, it's my turn. No, this ain't that. This is not your scope of practice. Women, it's fucking demon, ain't nothing but Satan. You're gonna turn my way and talk. It's fucking Satan, man. You know? But women are living outside their scope of practice. You know, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua don't make mistakes. So whatever your scope of practice is, you're gonna, if you live in that lot, you're gonna flourish. Pretty much what I'm saying is the Lord created you to be the man. If you live like one, you're going to be successful. Because that's how he made you. You know, you don't see a dolphin trying to fucking cook salmon and shit like that. No, it's never going to be successful. Okay? But you know what it is? It's a wonderful trick, like a seal doing a backflip. That's all it is. But it's vain, it's redundant. Oh, woman worked today. Oh, they clap. Hey, that's fancy. Don't help out the world any. You know? Saying everything that is knocked out of order fucks up the function of the rotation, of the homeostasis of the entire world. The earth and the people and the animals. Okay? Look at the dietary laws, the order of the dietary laws. It fucks up the people when you fuck it up, and it fucks up the earth when you fuck it up. The order of man and woman is the same thing. Look at what it's doing to the earth. When women get out of order and they don't want to live in their lot, now you got abortion rates high. You got fucking wombs that's been thrown in the blender about 8 times. You know what I'm saying? You got women that don't know how to raise kids, which is going to raise more dysfunctional breeds of children. Prison babies, right? This is what's being constantly pumped in society, and it's not ironic that these prison babies, right? It's not ironic that they had private prisons, you know, that make money off of it. It's not ironic. It's not a convenience or a coincidence. No, this is happening by design. Okay, and our people, mainly our women, do not get that. And a lot of you simps aren't off the hook because y'all sit there and y'all a bunch of enablers, man. Okay? Bunch of motherfucking enablers. Yeah, so within that, you know, because I was watching these videos, man, and put it up in post-production, and they're sitting on this, I think it's a Fresh and Fit podcast. Nigga not even respecting the nigga one. Esau showed you how to be a slut, a whore, everything, and then turn around and then laugh at your ass. And guess what? You had no defense because you shitted on your defense, which is the men. All the men you disrespecting, even, I think they Jake, them 2 niggas, but at the same time, they some corny Jake, but they Jake. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, they ain't defending you. But this is not by coincidence. It's a manifestation. That red pill shit that's going on, it ain't no just a wave. This is a manifestation because the Lord prophesied that the eye shall be evil. You know what I'm saying? A woman is set against a husband against wife, and mother against son, and son against all. That this is prophesied to happen. So that's why I say this is a manifestation, man. You know, because hey, come on, girl, stop all that. 236.
236.
Yes, sir. No problem. Yeah. So, with that being said, you know, the women, they sat there and shitted on all the Israelite men. Esau cheering them on. Yeah, you go, girl. You go, girl. The white women cheering them on. You go, girl. And then they did all that women's liberation. They took off on you and stayed married. The men just fucked on you and sent you on your way. Like the dude said in the video, I'll just fuck you. I don't want you. Like, think about that, bro. They trained you to deny the only men on planet Earth that actually want you. And they ain't saying that nobody wants you. It's saying that they showed you how to be so out of control to where nobody wants you, and then turned around and said, well, I want you the whole time. We want you. You're important to us. And then when they pulled your ass out of that covering, the house, which is the man, I said, man, you know, where we going? Bitch, I ain't going nowhere with you. That's what Esau did to the nigga one. You know what I'm saying? And it, bro, this is an admonishment. This ain't no, look, this is an admonishment. The you women that are out here, y'all better tighten up, because Israelite men, as the scripture say, you shall be stumped out by the mire, like the mire in the street, which is the dirt, the ground. So who you think that's gonna do that? It's gonna be other niggas out here, other heathen, cause you popping off to everybody on planet Earth, believing in Esau, cause the nigga woman's full of flavor, so she gonna do everything extra. So when it comes down time to be independent, she took that shit and made a song out of it. Okay? You know, real independent business. There's Carrie Hilson and all them. You know, they really living that big girl life. But half you hoes learned that shit, add all that nigga flavor in there, add that fucking canola oil all in that shit. And this is what you got. Over talking down on your man. Not only that I don't need a man, but fuck that little nigga. I don't need him. He ain't shit. He a little boy, Build-A-Bear, all that shit. Now, you about to reap what you sowed. Now you're reaping what you sowed. You done lost your protection. Now you so fucking arrogant. You want to sit there and say, well, we ain't got no strong men to protect us. No, there's a lot of men out here. There's a lot of men, and there's a lot of men that's protecting shit. How do we know? Because there's security guards. There's men actually fighting, going to wars. And I'm talking about Israelite men. There's a lot of men out here. But our women are so full of themselves, so self-destructive. All for a fucking piece of strawberry. All for lashes and weaves and lobster tails. Clubs and Casamigos and all. You doing all that for that. You're not even like struggling for nothing. Nigga ain't even threatening your life. And you sold out. But then you want to be respected as a leader. How can you be a leader and you sold us out for a fifth of Henny? You know what I'm saying? And then when the truth is manifesting, we realize who the devil is. Now y'all want to say, oh, so y'all ain't protect us the whole time? I bet. You clearly is not on my side. You clearly is not our women. And that's why Israelite men say we're going to get our women in the kingdom, man. You know, and all you Israelite women that are with Israelite men, hey, y'all blessed, man. Because that's your only way out, man. As Solomon said, I don't see no righteous woman here. I don't see no woman on her own doing what she got to do to get the hell up out of here. I don't see it. You know, I really don't. The only way you even know about the truth is through men. ain't no and I'm just thinking about this as women that want to teach and shit. You want to teach, but I never seen no great awakening from no women. No Israelite here in this truth has been awoken by a woman. So why would you want to teach? Why is it a thing for you to be out of order so much? My point is, why is it a thing for you to be out of order so much and it don't work? Okay? Scriptures tell you the woman's like a continual drip. And it tells you, you will win your man over by your conversation, which is your conduct. So why are y'all talking so much and not acting like women? You know, the last thing you know how to do is cook. The last thing you know how to do is clean. You know, last thing you know how to do is keep your mouth closed. Last thing you know how to do is keep order. Let the man handle man shit. Right? That's the last thing our women know how to do. You know? What you think is going to happen if you're not living in your natural state? Shit gets out of order. And that's what the Lord was saying. That's what the Lord was saying in the book of Timothy. All right? This is pretty much, hey, he said, I suffer the woman to be in silence in the churches and let everything be done decently. Decent is a very important word, which means fitting, appropriate, virtuous. If you got a pussy, you meant to have a child. Not the, you know, if you're a woman and your bone density is naturally small, you're not equal to me. We're not equal. Not only we're not equal, and in as an indifference, but we're not equal. That means we're better than you. And this is not a competition. And we're not saying that because it's a competition, because it ain't. You ain't gonna win. So it's not a competition, and that's not being said to be saying it like that. I'm trying to like word it in a right way, you know, because the reason why I say that we're better than you is because if you know that, as the scriptures say, recognize a woman as a weaker vessel. If you knew that, then you'll allow a man to live in that light instead of trying to challenge him all the time. thinking you could do something that Satan lied to you and told you can do. Sure, you can do it. Yeah, you can, lift shit and go to work, but you're not supposed to. That's why you're all frustrated and wired up. You're not supposed to be running the streets like that because you're going to do hoe shit. All women are sensual, and then nothing is wrong about that because men are spiritual for the most part. We need somebody to worry about dumb shit, household things, and the men are more prudent and spiritual, how to develop a family, how to do this, how to do that. A woman gonna make sure the kid he's oiled up or she's oiled up, that they dress right, they do this, they do that. Men are making sure that their morals are good, that they have that they have manners and structure. Now I ain't gonna lie, some women do that. And I'm not saying, but the exception is not the rule. Women generally do not push morals on kids, man. They mainly push your lifestyle, okay? If it's pull your pants up, it's because that's how they want you to dress. Pull your pants up, you wear Jordans. That's why women put them fucking expensive ass shoes on kids, because they're sensual. They think love is putting Jordans on. How many of these women be dressing, giving kids $90 shoes, but you want to be respected as intelligent? But I digress. I don't want to. The whole point is that Eve then turned her back on her man, which is the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, especially the nigger woman, the Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, the Negroes, the Haitians, and the West Indians. They definitely sipped of that juice. Mainly Judah, the Negroes in America. They're so quick to talk down on Jake, so quick that they drunk that juice, they sip of the cup, and the cup ran it over in them. And now they the chicken is coming home to roost. As you can see in that video, I see in many videos, there's videos of police knocking these bitches out. There's this dude sitting at the table and straight down talk this woman in front of all these other women, and they laughed at her. Come on now. What the fuck is Eve doing? That's embarrassing, bro. If that was me, I would go home. I would take my ass back to Yasha Allah. This is not my place. That's like me cooning, trying to do everything Esau tell me to do, put the American flag on, then I go there and they said, yeah, man, well, fuck with niggas. Niggas don't know how to do shit. And everybody laughing at me. And I did all that hating on my own people, disrespecting this and that. I'm talking about in a self-hate manner. And then just to go there around them, to live around them, and then to get insulted the whole time. I'm not about to be nobody monkey. But that's what the nigga woman is. She don't mind being a monkey. Cum sluts and shit. With the fucking shit with the fucking where they be ghetto gaggers and shit. Man, it goes on and on, but you'll see in the video, man. You'll see in the video in post-production. And Abaratazai stir you women's spirits up to really get the picture that order is important. You know what I'm saying? The power that you think you get ain't real power, okay? That power has a bill attached to it. And Satan is holding a fucking bill, all right? He's holding a note, all right? But Abaratazai in post-production, these videos bring some clarity to you women to get in order, But I don't see it happening. So I just send this out as a manifestation, a manifesto. So with that being said, I hope this leads to edification to the women that are in the truth, that are under, whatever tutelage. And to you women out here, this is a hardy har to the rest of you hoes that don't get the picture. Hey, shalom.